by the time the patent comes to an end, the trademark is in full force and there is no expiry for the trademark. So it is very difficult to displace the goodwill of a product. One very practical example is Godrej furniture. It is almost 3 to 4 times expensive as compared to the ordinary furniture. But people are willing to pay. The moment you place a small label Godrej, the moment he sees that change, he is willing to pay. Why? Because it has a lot of goodwill associated with it. Right? So whenever you are filing a patent, also file a trademark. After that, when it comes to an end, your trademark is very difficult to displace. It has so much trust built by the customers. So that is one step. Yes.
Where can one learn more about, is there a website or a book available or something that I can learn more about what you just said?
Yes, I would suggest that there are some sites. If you just type in intellectual property, you can note down one site. It is BPM, B for Bombay, P for Patiala, and M for monkey. BPMlegal.com. It is a US based site by some attorneys, but the language is very simple. And the Indian official site is ipindia.nic.in. ipindia.nic.in. This is the official website, so in case you want any information, that is already available.
So if we have an idea and we want to file a patent,
yes.
Do we know it is patented or not before?
Actually, you can apply the visual test. And one very good website, if you just go into Google, you type Google patents, you physically type the word Google patents into the Google site, Google search engine. A site will open of the US patent database. There if you do a search, just put in the keywords. Within a few seconds, you will have access to more than 7 million patents in the US patent database. And all of them can be downloaded free of cost. Right? So what you can do as an entrepreneur, supposing you have a business setup, you have machinery, you have people, and you are looking for new ideas. If you search the patent database, you can come across lots of patents which have expired or have not been filed in India. You can utilize those to make better products. Right? And if your idea is not there, chances are that you stand a very good chance of getting your product patented.
So is there an Indian patent site also?
Yeah, ipindia.nic.in. So there you can search the Indian patent database also.
So,
yes.
Sir, I have an idea which is not necessarily a product but a business model. The product is something which is very much easily available, it is being done every day, but the model is novel. The model is something which can revolutionize, as you just mentioned. Can I somehow protect, safeguard the rights over it, so that I can actually prevent people, say I begin my business, and before I am actually able to push it hard, people with more money and more muscle come in and they themselves just take over me. As happened in the case of Syntex Stamps, that is a very famous case that happened in India. Is there any means by which I can safeguard my idea, business idea?
Yes. Actually, under the Indian Patent Act, in India you cannot patent business methods. Methods of playing games and methods of doing business, they are not patentable in India. Okay. But in USA, your method would be patentable. Okay. That is one aspect. Second aspect of method of doing business is that I would suggest maybe you can write a software. You can have some software in it, if it's possible, I don't know. And you can get that software copyrighted. That gives you a lot of protection. So whosoever uses your business model, maybe they need to upload it on their computers, and in that case you can sell that CD. Sharing your ideas, and you can have a lot of animation and all that stuff, right? So it can be protected by copyright. The third thing I would suggest is please go in for a trademark of your business model. There's a very good, template product of templates of business model of forms used in business. It is known as business in a box. So business in a box is a trademark. The CD containing all these forms, that is protected by copyright, and the product it sells like hotcakes. It has got more than 16,000 templates. You think of anything you need in business, the form is there. Right? It's in PDF format, you can just print it and you can use it. Business in a box. Right? So you can design a similar product.
So my question is how long does it take to file a trademark and get it done, and how long does it take to file a patent and then get this thing done?
Filing of a patent, supposing you approach me and I'll discuss your idea, so it will take around week to 10 days to prepare the application. Generally that is the normal time. Once you file it, you are given a filing receipt. Then immediately you can go for commercialization. But the grant of a patent, it will generally take 3 to 4 years. But on the product, you can put patent pending. And I have a pharma product with me. So this patent was filed in the year 2006. And what they have done is, here the words are mentioned patent pending. So supposing somebody tries to copy it, it's a legal warning that this product is protected by a patent. And in case the patent is granted and the company sues anybody who's trying to copy it, the damages are given from the date of filing.
So by the time you file it, you can take that advantage.
Immediately you can take the advantage. The next day. Lot of people and lot of entrepreneurs have got the misconception that they should wait for the patent to be granted for commercialization. You don't have to do it.
What if we do not mention this thing that it is pending? Then it is legally suable or not?
No, actually in that case, if somebody copies it, they can always take the plea that it didn't have a warning. It was done accidentally. Right? But supposing you have put a warning on it and then somebody copies it, then it becomes a deliberate case of infringement. So in that case, the damages will be more. And secondly, it brings a lot of pride to your company also. The moment you write patent file, it means you have done some original work. So it helps in marketing also.
So in the case of the logo, we will be mentioning that trademark is pending.
No, just put TN.
That's it.
That's it.
How does that can be ideated?
You have to be descriptive. You have to give examples. Like in this particular case of Harpic, he had given the designs of the cap, and he had mentioned how it would be carried forward, how it would be executed.
So that basically depends on the patent.
No, that depends on how you draft the patent application.
For example, if I visualize that there is going to be some electronic technology which is not available today, and it is going to be available 20 years from now, like most days with power and I say, okay, I want to file a patent with a particular product which I can make if that thing is available.
Yes, yes.
Something as abstract as this, can you get patent?
Yes. Please remember, this is a very important question because people will always say that supposing I have an idea, I described it, it doesn't lead to a product. Should I be granted a patent? The answer is yes. What you have to remember is that it is you who's paying the fee for the patent. A lot of inventors think that if they try to fool around, they submit false data. A lot of scientists have asked me that will the patent office check whether my process is working or not? Right? It doesn't matter whether it works or not. They check the scientific and the technical aspect of it. If it is sound, they'll grant you a patent. Now, supposing you have given something false, what will happen? Some company tries to check it, they find it's not working. Now, your patent can be revoked. In case of pharma companies, it has happened. Company was granted a patent for a process. They thought they were very smart. They did not make the full disclosure. What happened? Another company tried to use the patent to check because they had improved the process. They found it was not working. They made a complaint to the patent office. The patent office cancelled the patent of that company because on grounds of non-working, because there was no full disclosure. That is one aspect. Second aspect is even if it doesn't work and so you try to sell it to some venture capitalist or try to license it out, what happens? It doesn't work, right? It will not be able to lead to business. Again, your idea will flop. And it is you who is spending money on the patenting, not anybody else. Right? So, this you have to keep in mind.
Can PowerPoint presentation can be patented or not?
No, they will be protected by copyright.
Copyright?
Yes.
And then if we have 70 slides, every slide will be copyrighted or?
No. Even if you have 10 presentation of 70 slides each, they can be compressed in one CD. A single CD can be protected by copyright.
So my question is about the service business. Now, for example, I do some mobile repairing by using some particular instrument. That instrument is available anywhere.
Yes.
But I know that nobody is using that instrument to repair a mobile.
Okay.
Can it be taken into?
Yes, 100%. It becomes a patentable product. We have had cases where a lot of. Please remember that crossover is a major invention. There is a story that the potter's wheel, it was discovered in the Indus Valley civilization. They used to make pots on the spinning wheel. But what they say is, it took almost, I do not know, more than 100 years before they realized that अगर इसको सीधा खड़े कर दो, it can be used for transportation also. Right? So it was a turning point. कि जब उसको सीधा खड़ा करा गया, it moved, and they realized if you could fix it to a vehicle, it's a major mode of transportation. But that bulb doesn't light every time. So in your case, if you have found an instrument which can be used to repair the
Any kind of service business, for example.
Yeah. But it's a major invention. So it's patentable because the prior art would be different.
It might be used abroad, but it might not be used in India, so we can file a patent for India also.
No, what you have to remember is if an idea is disclosed abroad, like you cannot file a patent for that because the novelty has been destroyed. Novelty means new. It should be totally new. So that aspect is there.
But what is the other framework in which we can actually get it registered, some copyright or something?
What I would suggest is you can develop your own package, give it a trademark, and mention that it's for mobile repair.
It is a service. That is why I am asking. In products, it is okay. When we are talking about the servicing, I am doing a repair by using some screwdriver, for example.
Okay, then.
Right? That screwdriver is nobody is using in India.
No, but where do you get your money from? Do you want to sell the screwdriver or you want to sell the service?
No service.
So in that case, you can have a brand for your service providers. You can have a franchisee model. You can develop your own trademark.
Again, I want to protect my use. I see my idea is that nobody can use that screwdriver to do the repair.
Yes, so you can have a franchisee model under which you can protect your trademark. And whosoever you train, you can give them a kit containing that screwdriver. So you should have some brand building for your services.
Sir, everything is shown in physical. Everything is physical patent. We want to patent in virtual things like we want to develop websites like YouTube. We say video sharing website. We can patent that every video sharing website. If in further next any video website will be given to us. I think we want to develop a new website or new idea, completely new idea. So can you patent that idea?
Yes, there are two aspects. Firstly, you can't patent a website. You can protect it by copyright because wherever artistic creation or anything which is there, literally. So your web designing websites, right? They will be protected by copyright, which will be in the name of the designer or the name of the software company, right? Second aspect is जो video sharing की आप बात कर रहे हैं. Supposing there's some technology involved, you have used some electronic instrument और साथ में software use करें, उसके कारण video sharing easy हो गया, right? Then it becomes patentable.
But we want to do something new, like image search. There is some site of tnight.com that claim on the Google. So Google is also doing image search. But the idea was originally tnight.com. They have claimed that we have like that we can create and develop an idea like. Completely different.
Okay, so please remember that patents are given for two things, either product or process, right? So supposing you develop a new process for searching of images, right? Or develop a new search engine, that becomes patentable.
New way of search.
Yes. That I think basically you are talking about the search engine. So that would become.
How do we know that is better? We want to patent something with the enhanced version of that already patent.
Your attorney will be able to check the prior art. So they are professional people. So whosoever has done the previous patenting, they'll download the patents, they'll give the patents to you for reading, and you can tell whether your idea is better or not.
And some patents we don't want to reveal our identity. Some patents are like you have the vulgar patents. We want to patent. How do we hide our identity? I think some patents can be because idea
we can discuss it further.
Thank you, Dr. Bansal. Thanks very much. Both speakers will be available for a short while outside in case you want to take talk one-on-one or discuss anything offline. Thank you all for being here, and I hope that you have found some value in the discussions. Thanks once again, and hope to see you in all of the coming time. Thank you. Thanks.